American missionary Kevin Rideout was kidnapped by suspected jihadists in the African nation of Niger. Well, CBN's Billy Hallowell, what can you tell us about this event?
Yeah, this is pretty horrific from what we know. Kevin was serving with Serving in Mission. It's called SIM International. That's the organization he was working with. He's apparently been overseas serving since at least 2010. And from what we're hearing, according to the Baptist Press, he was taken from his home by 3 armed men. These are suspected jihadists, so extremists, according to various reports on this. And so we don't have a ton of details about exactly what happened, but this apparently did happen very recently, just a couple of days ago. And there's obviously also now a warning from the U.S. Embassy there in that country, really warning people to be at heightened risk of kidnapping throughout the nation, including the capital. They did not name Kevin in this, but it says, due to heightened concern about the threat of kidnapping, the embassy has modified its security posture to require armored vehicles for all travel of embassy personnel and their family members. And then it talks about restricted movements and whatnot. So clearly there is a reaction to this, and man, we need to be praying for Kevin right now.
Well, it seems like there's just this uptick against Christians in all these kind of sub-Saharan countries like Nigeria, Mozambique, Democratic Republic of Congo. Niger obviously is still in the Sahara, but all this attack, it just seems like it's from coast to coast from the African continent. Something really sinister is happening. Let me read you something from the FDD. It's their long war journal. It says his phone was last tracked to roughly 56 miles north of Niamey, corresponding with areas where the Islamic State Sahel province maintains a strong presence. Both them and its rival, Al-Qaeda's group for support of Islam and Muslims, have historically abducted Westerners across the Sahel to obtain ransom payments. And now I think for us watching this, if you're watching this, I'm in California, Billy, you're in New York. If you're watching this somewhere in Western Europe or Australia, wherever it might be, I think we take for granted what it means to serve Yeshua, what it means to pay the price, what it means to be persecuted. And our brothers and sisters, and even missionaries, obviously, as in this case, in Africa, specifically right now, need our prayers. We need to pray for protection. We've obviously documented the ongoing genocide in Nigeria, but something vile is happening in Africa. So let's not only keep them in our prayers, but also have a spirit of gratitude and thankfulness for our freedoms that we have right now, and not take those for granted, and use those freedoms to speak up for those who can't speak up. Because right now something not good is happening in Africa. We need to be vigilant.
We need to be vigilant. We got to remember, I feel like we bring this up 3 times a week. Ephesians 6, we're in a spiritual battle. There's a spiritual war going on. And when you see these sorts of things happening, you know that it is evil that is driving it. We need to pray against that. We need to pray for him, for his family and his loved ones, who I'm sure are very worried right now. And for the communities that are impacted by this, as you mentioned, Nigeria, there are other areas as well, not just in Africa, across the globe, where persecution is raging. And to just second what you said, we have got to be grateful for the freedoms that we have in this great country of America.